Great. Well, see you around. I'm gonna get out of your yurt. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Electra.
Bye.
Oh my golly goodness.
That was hilarious.
That was not fun.
We really need to start pressing record when we meet up.
Hello there, beautiful pixels. My name is Alaydriem, and welcome back to the giant pit in the ground here on Truly Bedrock Season 6. Placed in the middle of nowhere, convenient access for nobody. This is where we're going to be putting a brand new wood farm that I have, but we need to take care of some stuff before we can get this wood farm installed. We need to gather some materials, chiefly from someone who owes us something. Now, if you remember in a previous episode that we had with JCB, we lent her a good amount of Adequate's gold from his gold farm in exchange for access to bamboo. And you know what hasn't been delivered back to me yet? Bamboo. So we're going to do what any good upstanding citizen does when they're owed a debt and go directly over here to the post office with a collections notice and drop this in their mailbox. Yep, see right here, payment due notice. In exchange for 6 stacks of gold blocks, JC is due 27 stacks worth of bamboo for scaffolding. Deliver all to my mailbox. Pro tip, when leaving a collections notice, make sure you tell them what you want and where you want it delivered. Because if you don't do those things, you won't get paid. And getting paid is important when you're sending a collections notice. So hopefully no one has a heart attack from this. I'll go ahead and drop this in. And yes, it is labeled by collections because I'm using an external agency to facilitate this. I just apparently have to do the delivery. We'll leave that in there for her and get on with what we actually need to do this episode, which is ironically get a whole bunch of bamboo because I actually need bamboo for a very, very large project. And I think the closest bamboo is like 10,000 blocks away. So we have quite a flight ahead of us. And after a very long flight, nearly 10,000 blocks away, we have finally arrived at a bamboo forest. Can you believe this is the closest one? I think there used to be closer ones, but they have completely been deforested down to nothing. Nada, zilch, nil, null. It's incredible. Anyway, I've got 2 or 3 shulker boxes here with me, and I'm just going to chop down as much as I can tolerate to cut. I am going to try as my best to make sure I'm not chopping down the entire thing, so I'll leave like 1 stalk of the bamboo so that it can regrow. This stuff grows back pretty fast here in Minecraft anyway. And we'll grab everything that we need for our upcoming project and probably also for any future upcoming projects. And then any money that we get back from JC from delivery of her bamboo will hopefully just be a cherry on top here. Now coming back over to my base, we need to pick up a couple items, but as you can see, I have made a few additions here on the wall, most notably the addition of a super smelter that we can smelt down a whole bunch of things for. I'm currently smelting down a ton of glass for another upcoming project, and also the inclusion of my lava farm over here, which will automatically give you all of the stuff that you need. Now, this is kind of like super duper pointless given that I live on a lava lake here in the Nether, but it is kind of convenient to have on hand if I just like want a bucket and don't want to have to go into the super spooky Nether. It's a nice thing to have around, but in retrospect, having now built this, it is pretty pointless given how close I live. Anyway, this works very, very simply. All you got to do is have your inventory full, pick up a bucket of lava with a bucket. It'll fall down out of your hands into the hopper below, and then you will be dispensed, as you can see there, a brand new bucket. So basically, as long as you're smelting something and you have the buckets coming back from wherever your smelter is, you're never going to run out of lava this way. This is a good early game farm, but clearly I'm building this when I clearly don't need it. So we'll just leave this here for the time being. It's not something we super critical need, but if I ever, like I said, don't want to go into the Nether, this will be a great alternative to that. Hi there. That's annoying. Let's turn that off real quick. So, like I said earlier, I also put in this piston feed tape. Now, I know that Merely Adequate and I have a formal agreement with one another to kind of just share everything that we need, but the reality of all of this is that flying over to his base with shulkers upon shulkers upon shulkers of stuff is really, really not a good use of my time. And it gives me this opportunity to also put in this shulker unloader over here, which is a very, very convenient way to basically get rid of a shulker of items and not need to worry about anything. So I have this design in here. I put my shulker boxes in that barrel. It comes down here. Obviously, I can't open it because it's being dispensed, but it'll drain all the items out of here. Then it'll send the shulker back into storage, smelt everything for me. As you can see right there, there's another shulker waiting to be loaded in there. I mainly put this in here because I don't want to be finagling with my inventory. I'd rather just get rid of a shulker and then wait for the items to dispense out of it. I know it's not the most expedient way to get items out. But hey, look, it works. It works. And that's really all that I need at the end of the day here. A very, very simple mechanism. And then as you can see right here, this is just constantly ticking items in and out of this. You can see that's loaded up with sand that we need to smelt down into glass. Mainly this is here so that when I come over here, all I need to do, throw a shulker in, I can work with my villagers, do what I need to done. By the time I'm done working with them, I am ready, set to go with this, and I can have my shoulder back for any other thing that I need. So if you need good early game farms, I will have both of these over on links down in the description for you. They're nice, convenient things. I'm putting them in probably a little bit late for where I am here on the server, but these are fantastic ways just to smelt down a whole bunch of stuff. Like, stuff just smelts and you can work away at whatever you need. Very, very convenient. So I brought all of the glass that I had over here. I have a whole bunch of sandstone for building blocks, a whole bunch of redstone materials, including pistons. That's a lot of pistons. We're basically going to need this farm right here so that we can make more of those at the end of the day. So why don't I show you what this farm is going to look like? So if you haven't seen this farm before, this is the quad version of my nether tree farm. It comes in two modes, an AFK mode, which as you can see here, Ali's actually on Java edition AFKing for us because I can't be bothered to move over to Bedrock. But this will work in AFK mode, as we can see right here. It'll also work in manual mode, and I just have Ali over here running things in AFK mode so that I can check all the bits and bobs and make sure that everything is working. But this farm produces a ton of netherwood. It's very, very easy to build, but you do need a bunch of iron for all the pistons, and you do need a bunch of bone meal to basically keep it fed. So as you can see right here, very, very simple farm. We're just bone mealing one of these nether blocks until it makes one of the mushrooms that it has, and then it grows up into a tree. Then we just push that tree around. Very, very simple farm, very, very simple concept. I'll have a link over on the description as well for you to check out. But this farm is going to be the powerhouse for any of the wood that I need. And you may be like, oh, you're going to build with that? Well, maybe I'll sell some of it. But the real benefit for me for this tree farm is that it's simple to build. I can build them relatively quickly. And also, I don't really care about, using up all my nice spruce wood that I really, really like. We actually need to replace some of that. This farm is really, really great for producing wood that you need for, say, chests or sticks or any redstone item. I would much rather be using this rather than using any of the wood from, say, a spruce farm, because I actually like building with the spruce in comparison with this, which, I could, probably live without for the most part. But I'm just going around here checking that everything works. I need to make sure that we top these up on bone meal while they're in AFK mode, because in AFK mode, this will burn through a lot. Eventually, I will put in a mushroom farm that will generate the crimson and nylium mushrooms that you see generating all the way over here. That'll make running this farm manually very, very easily. But for now, I'm going to leave Ali over here to AFK. She's going to gather up all this wood for us, make sure that we have plenty to go. And then we need to start working with Merely Adequate on getting the redstone components for our redstone farm. And he just sent me a message, so we're going to fly over to him and talk about that hole in the ground and see what we can do to actually get our redstone shop finally up and running. Adequate?
Yes?
There's a hole in the ground.
I mean, yes. I see it.
Put a shop here, Adequate.
Well, it's Sloy's fault.
It is Sloy's fault. It is 100% Sloy's fault. I mean, who puts whatever this is underneath where I'm putting a shop?
I know. I talked to him. I told him I was mad, and then he was mad because we ruined his whatever down here, and so we just called it a wash. I think he's going to do something with it, but now we don't have a shop.
Well, we don't have to collect all the blocks, do we?
No. I told him I was donating the blocks to him.
Oh, we're donating the blocks.
We're donating these blocks. Okay, yeah. It's all donated. Yeah.
Well, in that case, let's go find somewhere else to build a redstone shop, because this place doesn't seem safe.
Do you have any ideas? I don't.
but right over here next to your game show.
Okay. Yes, I like it.
You have a huge area right here. I figured over here we could put in a not so cute redstone shop. How about we have something grunge, something a little bit darker, something a little bit more techno, future babble, redstone stuff.
You're using words I don't quite understand, but I'm here for it.
Let's make something. There we go. We have ourselves a Gundam. It looks great, doesn't it? It
looks so good. I love it.
And that was a fun time lapse to do together. Like, I haven't built, like, it's been a while since I've done a 2-person build. That went buttery smooth.
I don't know if I've ever done one. It was super fun. Yeah, it was really great. And while we were doing it, you were telling me, I guess, red isn't the regular color?
Yeah, no, normally when I think of a Gundam, I think of the Gundam with the blue face and the yellow horn things, but I think the red for the face makes sense for a Gundam shop. Sorry, for a Redstone shop.
Redstone, yeah.
Because, I mean, you know what it is. It's clearly a Gundam. It's red. Gundams are powered by electricity. Electricity in Minecraft is redstone. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a redstone shop.
Nailed it. That's a great idea.
We nailed it. Now,
and I gotta be honest, our little other shop that was looking kind of pretty was nice, but this is way cooler.
Oh, you're just trying to butter me up, aren't you? Yeah, so now there is a couple things I want to change about this, because this is a very nice and pristine Gundam. And
right, yeah, I think like the whole back is just like white, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like it's all white on the back, yeah.
When we were talking about this, I think, you know, it's missing. I don't think we're gonna build the rest of the body, right? We're not gonna build the rest of the body. Right?
No.
Yeah, so this is a beheaded Gundam. This is only the head. So I think what we need to do to kind of get that dark and grunge flavor into there is I'll spend some time roughing it up a little bit. So, you know, adding some vines, adding in some like burn, battle, some odd textures or something like that to help make it look like it's been a little roughed up, and this is kind of just where it lie down. Hi there, chicken. You just right in the scene there. So yeah, I think that's kind of what my plan is. And then for the front here, you know, we had talked about this a little bit. I think a boardwalk of some kind would look really, really nice if we just extended the terrain just a little bit. I can work on that, but are you still on board with that? Now that we actually have this here?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Yeah, we gotta, I think we talked to Jen about altering her bridge a little bit. We're gonna alter the other bridge a little bit to make it better to walk back and forth. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good to go.
Yeah, great. Well,
but you know, it's actually, come with me. Okay, we're gonna go inside. Watch your step.
It tried to eat me.
Okay, so it looks beautiful, but
it's a little bit spooky in here, to be honest.
It's an empty giant like hole.
Yeah.
We need to put some stuff inside now. Okay, here's the idea. I want to use something that almost no one uses. Do you know what that is?
That is a booby trap chest.
It is a trap chest. People don't really use these much in the game unless they're just doing tricks or whatever. But I have an idea for this. If this is a redstone shop, here's what I'd like to do. I would like to make every item that somebody purchases into a fun experience. And so let's say this is full of repeaters they want to purchase, and when they open it, some kind of weird contraption or thing goes off, whether it's lights blinking or whether it's mine carts moving around, whatever it is. I think something like that would be super fun for each one of the things that someone purchases. And that way this room is just filled with kind of fun, whimsical redstone contraptions.
I really like that idea, and I really love how this one basically goes, yay, when you open it.
Yeah.
I really like that idea. We could do something where this triggers like a burnout torch and has just like a quick 3-second thing. We could have fireworks if we wanted to. There could be all sorts of fun things in here. I really like that idea.
Okay. Okay, so what, do you want to work on the outside, kind of distressing, and then I'll work on some of the inside?
Yeah, that sounds like a good division of labor. I love the plan.
Okay, well, let's get to it then.
Now, I'll be honest, Merely Adequate did a fantastic job designing this Gundam. This was all his baby that he made. But I have my homework assignment, he has his. We both have items that we need to stock in the shop that we need to make, prepare, and get loaded into chests. And I also need to start work on gathering all the materials that we need to both scar up this Gundam and make it look a little more battle bruised, and also work on the boardwalk and key that I'm going to put out here. We definitely want this area to look super duper beautiful, and then to have this kind of distressed, grungy looking Gundam here in the background. So I've got my work cut out for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing each of you in the next episode. Bye bye.